Hey everybody, this is David Branderhorst, and in this video we're going to be talking about how to create true freedom. Now, before we get started, if you could hit that like and subscribe button to be notified of future content, we would greatly appreciate it. Now, if you're like most people, when you start your own business, one of the primary reasons you do it is because you want freedom of some sort. Now, that can mean financial freedoms, that you take the lid off of what you're capable of earning and you can truly start to create some margin in your life and to create some excess and some abundance in your life so that you can have the things that before that were not possible for you. It could be time freedom, that you want to be able to work on the schedule that works for you and not be beholden to someone else's schedule or someone else's calendar all the time. Or it could be freedom from a negative situation. Maybe you're in a work situation right now where the culture is toxic, or you're just in a very bad environment and you don't want to be a part of it anymore and you want to get away from it. Maybe you're trying to get freedom from that type of an environment. But what ends up happening far too often is when we create our own businesses, what we do is we end up creating jobs for ourselves. And because when we start off our businesses, we try and bootstrap everything that we can for obvious reasons, because we're trying to keep those expenses low while we're getting things in place and things moving. But then what we find out is all the pressure is on us to deliver sales, because we need to get some sales in so that we can actually get paid for doing this thing that we're working on. All the pressure is on us to create products so we actually have something that we can offer our customers. Our pressure is on us to take care of our customers so that they are satisfied and they're not going to complain and have problems. The pressure is on us to make sure all the bills stay paid so we don't run into any problems on that side. And those responsibilities can ultimately create a lot of pressures on us. They can put a lot of stress on us. And unfortunately, what we can end up doing is just trading one master for another. We trade the master of working for someone else for a business that is now controlling all of our time, that is now controlling all of our thoughts and consuming all of our energy. And it can become a real downer to think that, you've done all this work and now you're more stressed than ever and you're feeling more pressure than ever. So how do you get past that? How do you create a business that truly gives you the freedom that you wanted when you started all of this? How do we actually get past that? Well, one of the first questions you need to ask yourself is this business dependent on you? When something needs to get done, are you the only person around to do it? Are you the only person capable of doing it? Are you the only person that's going to get it done? If so, you've likely got a problem on your hands, because the way you've designed and set up your business is that everything that has to happen becomes dependent on you. And in that scenario, being dependent on you creates all the pressure. It creates all the stress. And the only way to work around that and to get through that is you have to learn that truly successful businesses are never built and dependent on one person. That's not how a business works successfully. So what you have to do is you have to understand that businesses that are successful and work are built on two other things. The first one is systems, and the other one is people. By that I mean systems, processes. That could be technology, that could be automations, different things that allow processes and things that need to be done to be taken care of without you actually being the one to do it. It allows things to happen, to get done, and to have them taken care of without it being this like, oh my goodness, I got to be the one to actually perform the steps. No, you can have systems in place, automations in place that take care of that. And the second piece is people on your team who you can look at and say, hey, I'm going to hand this over to you and have you be responsible for this process so that it doesn't always have to be done by me and someone else can do it. Those are your two lanes. You have two lanes there that you can run down. Either you can find another person to help you take care of it, or you can find a piece of technology or a system or automation to get it done. Now, some of you may be saying, but I don't have money to invest in those things. I don't have the capital or the resources to be able to do that. And I want to challenge your thinking on that a little bit, because one of the problems with that is is that until you start freeing yourself up to get that additional money, you're never going to get there. You're kind of in that catch-22 where you don't have the money to add new people in or add new software in or new service and automations in, but you can't get that extra money because you don't have time to get there because you're so busy running around doing all these other things. So one of the things you have to think about is, how can you change the script? And there's a couple different things I want you to think about. One is, I want you to think about, are there ways that I can possibly increase the prices for what I'm doing? Can I charge more? Am I undercharging? Am I charging too little for what I do? And as a result, I don't have any excess cash flow. Because if your products are selling at a rate that is significant enough, then you should be able to have enough margin to help pay somebody out of those profits. You should have enough margin in there that you can not only just have enough for you, but you could have a little bit excess to pay someone on your team, or to buy that software, or to buy that program or that automation that'll help you get things done faster. The second idea I want you to think about is, are there ways that you can trade? Are there ways that you can creatively think of, like, hey, you know what? I could really use this person's help to get this project done. I can't afford to pay them, but I could do this for them. I could help them with the problem that they're facing and help them get through something that they're struggling with, and they can help me get this taken care of. And those can be creative trade-offs, whereas you exchange services or you exchange something else that you've done to help them get something that they want. And in exchange, you can both get something done without having to exchange cash flow. And so there's other ways to do it. And you have to be willing to be creative. You have to be willing to think outside the box a little bit. And again, if you are looking at all of your stuff and you're saying, well, I really don't know who I can exchange with, and I don't think I can increase my products, well, then I want you to think about, what are some additional things that you can sell or offer to your customer base that will be higher margin products? If you don't have anything currently, what services can you provide that will provide you that additional revenue so that you can take that and reinvest it into your team? Because again, the way to build a business that truly gives you freedom is you have to create a process that can operate independent of you. This business needs to be able to function without you being present 24/7. That is the only way you're ever going to find that true freedom that you so desperately are looking for. So I hope this video was helpful to you. If you have questions, as always, please leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day, and I will look forward to talking to you very soon.